Come explore ancient wisdoms and groundbreaking practices. We'll travel the world, do wacky experiments, and have delightful guests. I'll lead you in deep meditations, all to give you the takeaways so you can live energized, enlivened, and empowered. I'm Dr. David, and this is Aliveness Now. In this episode, we'll be exploring the chakras along your River of Ahz. Today, we're going to be talking about chakras and how they help you come alive, how they help you experience aliveness within you and in your relationships with others. Sound great, right? So aliveness is that state of profound vitality where you're enlivened, you're energized, you're empowered. Well, we know when we relate to other people, this can happen. We feel good when we relate to others, or sometimes we feel the opposite. But the same happens within you. So within you, it's a relationship. Who are you? You're a human being. Human because you're physical, being because you come from the light. Now, in all relationships, they need to be equal. So this light or consciousness or soul, this ethereal nature, in its relationship to your physical nature, your humanness, they're equals because they both come from the divine. Ethereal divine, physical divine. They relate through you. They make love through you. Pretty cool. So, you're a human being, ethereal and physical. It's like water. Water is both ethereal and physical. Let's explore that more. I'll get out of my swim trunks. Let's go out to the pool. The relationships inside you create you. You are ethereal and physical, just like water. It's physical and it's ethereal. So you are the water of your river. Water can hold vibration. It holds the energy of worship. Water it fills the container. When that container's full, the water flows, the relationship's alive. You feel powerful in who you are. Water creates depth. It creates drive. It's powerful. You as the water also dance. You know how to move amongst the banks of who you are. It's the rocks and the banks that they aren't you, but they distort how you relate you to yourself and to others. It's the rocks inside that can make the water swirl and create a difficulty in your river. The water in your river comes from springs. They're the springs within you, the relationships within you that pour forth when the relationship in those springs is alive. Much of the work that I do is helping those springs within you come alive, become flowing, so they overflow with extra energy, extra life, extra depth and power. The water allows you to be who you are, ethereal and physical as a relationship. You're not just the mist. You're not the ice. You are the water. Help that river of yours become alive and flowing by first getting these springs flowing within you. They help you experience the things you love, whether it's intuition or love or power. I call them love springs. So, we're going to talk all about these love springs today because they are one of the most powerful parts. They are one of the most powerful parts of who you are. When the spring's flowing, you feel alive. It feels alive to be in this water right now, in this pool, with the spring creating a flow over these waterfalls. It's beautiful. Enjoy your life. Get your love springs flowing. So, love springs are those structures within you that help your ethereal and your physical relate. They are the subsets of an overall ethereal, physical relationship that you are. So the subsets of them within your body, when each one flows, it creates aliveness in a part of you that feels so great to feel alive. You love it. I found in my office, I was ignoring chakras because the way the chakras are defined, there are places that I didn't really find tension that often. But I realized the conventional way of looking at a chakra, the centers, that was just the ethereal part. There's also a physical part of a chakra that is just as important as the ethereal, and they need to relate. When they're not relating well, there's tension. Tension. Because they're not relating well. We'll use these same words when we're not relating well to someone else. It's tense, dysfunctional, painful. I feel tender. It doesn't feel good to relate to them. We use the same words inside us. When the parts of us aren't relating well, we're tense, tight, dysfunctional, hard to breathe. That's what happens when you aren't relating well to yourself in those parts. But other parts might be doing okay. So that oftentimes we'll be expanding parts that are doing okay and ignoring the parts that are tight and tense because we don't want to deal with it, don't want to go there. But that's what we're going to help you do. Find easy ways to work with these relationships that are inside you. So love springs are chakras, but an expanded view of chakras. Not just the center, that's the ethereal part, but also this physical outer ring. So the heart in the center is what one thinks is the heart chakra. But I'll add in the physical outer ring, the rest of the chest, that needs to relate between the ethereal and physical. Those two. When they're not relating, you're tight in your chest. And the ethereal has that light. The physical is more the song. Let's go talk to Dr. Chakra-Chakra. I'll bet he knows how to explain and show us how a chakra relates.
Teach us, show us, Dr. Chakra-Chakra, Dr. Chakra-Chakra.
Wow! Well, Dr. David wants me to explain chakras. Wow! I'm Dr. Chakra-Chakra. That's my specialty. And, I'm always doing experiments. Like over here, you'll see I'm exploring whether something, eggy, kind of eggy, shapy, soft, and something kind of hard and pointy, how they relate. Oh, they relate pretty good usually, but you got to have something solid and strong to make sure that they behave themselves, of course, But anyway, chakras have a center called an ethereal center, right in this middle, right over, right here. Whoa. It's fluffy. It's ethereal. It's like a cloud. So that represents the ethereal center. And then there's this physical outer part. That's this thing here. So ethereal is about light. Physical is about sound and vibration. So let's bring you a little closer so you can see better, okay? Here's our setup. We got the ethereal fluff, that's the center of that chakra. And we got this kind of metal bowl that sits on a doily. Oh, I love doilies. So it's going to sit there so it doesn't slide around. And, well, remember now, we get this bowl, the physical part of the chakra, makes sound beautiful. It's resonant. And the fluff creates light. Let's see if we can get this all to happen together. We put the fluff in the bowl. Now there's a chakra with the ethereal center, the fluff, and the outer physical thing, the bowl, and we'll get it ringing. And let's see, get this ringing. Oops, see that? It slides around if I don't get right on that doily. Here we go, gotta go gentle. Okay, it's starting to ring, and then We use our magic of catalyst, our wand, and there it is. Yeah, oh, there we go, more magic. And then we, poof, and there it goes again. Different chakras have different colors, and different chakras have different sounds. This one's that, we got that, we got it. Oh, this is so magical, I love it. And even go, oh, there's another color, it's like so cool. So here's another demonstration of chakras. There's a glass. It's love singing. So this is the outer part. Whoa, there's the song. But we need the light. So we use our catalyst and our wand, put the catalyst in there, boom, and there it is. It's starting to glow. It's singing and glowing. Whoa, there's a chakra. There they go, spreading that light. Yes. There you go. So Dr. David, there you got it. That's how a chakra works. You got the outer part that sings, and you got the inner part that glows. It's so cool. I love it. So there's another important thing about chakras. Remember, he's a chakra. And he's happy, flowing with himself, relating to himself. Yay. But then there's other chakras. Whoop. He wants to relate to another chakra. So the chakras don't just relate to themselves. They relate to each other. They create this flow, and then they all get into the act there. And look at them all. Look at all the chakras. And he needs a little work, so we do a little work, and then whoop, there, now they're all connected. It's like a river of flow between the chakras, and then they can dance and flow like a river. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, have fun and exploring chakras. I'm going to play with these guys for a while. You guys go and, I don't know, whatever you're going to do, explore chakras. Thank you, Dr. Chakra. That was perfect. So chakras are involved in health and in my work because when they're not relating well, they're intense or they're tight. That is the same as fight, flight, or freeze. When that part of you is living in a story, basically, that's not real, where you're living in a tension experience, you're in fight, flight, or freeze in that area, meaning that it's either ready to fight or run or freeze. In that state, your body is not designed to heal, regenerate, or digest. So people's health deteriorates because they don't have their healing fully on. The body's designed to heal amazingly. It's designed to digest pretty darn well. But if part of you is in fight, flight, or freeze, that energy's turned down. Healing's turned down. Regeneration's turned down. So you start having the signs of being less alive. Remember, living things create heat. So a good relationship's hot, right? We breathe when we're alive. There's room to breathe in good relationships. Good relationships also are flexible. Like living things are flexible. They aren't rigid. Dead things are rigid. Dead things don't breathe. Dead things are cold. So we want to see the signs of aliveness come on when we're working with these chakras. To help when that relationship comes alive, you're going to feel and experience aliveness. That turns back on the healing, regeneration, and digestion functions of your body. You get healthier. And it changes how we react to other people. If we react from something from fight, flight, or freeze, we're going to react in a way that they're going to go, what? Why did he act that way toward me? Why did he respond? Didn't he respond in a way that was loving and empathetic? As you come into your aliveness, empathy, connection, celebration are natural. People love it. So let's look further into chakras now. That's what we're going to do, is go through each of the 7 main chakras, because there's also all the mini chakras, all the acupuncture points and the joints are also chakras. Mini. They're both all ethereal and physical in nature, I find. So helping each one of those come alive is really cool too. We're going to concentrate on these 7 main chakras, where you have the crown at the top of the 7th chakra, the brow chakra, the 6th chakra is at the forehead cranium, 5th chakra in the throat, 4th chakra in the heart, 3rd chakra in the solar plexus area, 2nd in the pelvis, and the root is down at the perineum. Let's take a break, and then I get my swimsuit back on, and we'll go out into the pools and learn more about chakras. This is Dr. David. You're listening to Aliveness Now on the Transformation Network. My show, Aliveness Now, is Transformation Talk TV's surprisingly quirky variety show. It has a companion app called Love Springs. Love Springs is a step-by-step journey, taking you deeper and deeper into the concepts of each episode. There's secret knowledge, groundbreaking practices, and fun quizzes. Find Love Springs at your favorite app store or visit createaliveness.com.
Welcome to the pool of the crown chakra. The crown chakra is our doorway to the ethereal. It's the way that the ethereal comes down in manifestation and embodiment. It's the way our physicality reaches out into the ethereal to experience itself as an ethereal part of the creation. It also is how we create interdependence in life. It's the relationship between constancy and variability. The constancy of this oneness, this variability of this human life. Constancy and variety, variability come together to create the experience of interdependence. It's something that allows that oneness to feel at home as you come into your human beingness. That ability to interdepend helps you stay connected to others, helps you know that it's okay, that you're not alone, that you're right here on this earth with other human beings flowing and being alive. It's a big jump from oneness to independence. That's the other side. That's the root. You need both, and it's beautiful to have both as a human being. The interdependence gives you the sense within you that you're interdependent within your physicality, within your ethereal nature, between them. They're both here to be you. You're that water. Water is interdependent between its state of evaporation and its state of welling up out of the earth. It's that place between being frozen and being steam. You too get to have that range of interdependence between full ethereal and full physicality. You get to visit the two ends, and they are still there for each other. When that ethereal nature is uncomfortable or feels unsafe in this physical world, it may go out and kind of say, I don't want to come in. Do I want to go in there? So you feel a little bit out here. You feel like, I don't want to deal with this. I want to stay above it all. That's what will happen when I'm separate from my physicality, out in my etherealness. I don't want to deal with it. But if I can, I then allow that ethereal nature, I ask, it says, hey, okay, I'm accepting the experiences you're giving me. I'm going to relate here. This is what I'm here to do. This ethereal nature of ours, each of us, is here to relate to this physical divine nature of each of us. Yeah, that's what it's here for. So remind it. When you're feeling out there, remind it, hey, come on, accept the experiences we're having. It's a human being life. It may not always be great, may not always be wonderful, but it's a human being life. That's what the ethereal is here to experience and gain the wisdom from, to experience the love that's possible here on this earth. Love only exists where ethereal and physical meet, where those two divine parts come together. That's the border where love is found. So that delicious experience of love and the intensity of the fear, that's part of being a human being. You can reach up and guide your ethereal in. If she or he, that part of you, that ethereal nature, if it's kind of hesitant coming in, be the mountain for it. Say, hey, here I am, come on down. You reach your hand up, guide that part in. So I'm feeling capped here, and I'm raising up, I reach out and say, come on in, I'm here for you. I physically will reach my hand out, but it's a metaphor to say, come on in. Hold that hand while you walk down that steep slope, come on in. Or I feel I raise up as a mountain. Ooh, so large that the simple process for that ethereal, just walk down that mountain, out of the clouds, into this earth, into this human being experience of being alive here now. When it's my physicality coming up, my ethereal can let down the ladder or reach down with their hand and help me up. So that on liberation, I don't have a cap keeping me down because I'm afraid to go out there. I'm afraid to go out and experience my pure ethereal nature. I don't need the cap. I want to be able to flow out there and go, yeah, this is who I am. This is who I am on this earth. In addition to being a physical divine being, I am ethereal in my divineness also. That's the doorway. That's the flow. That's the aliveness. We want to have the sense of both, having a doorway to flow between my ethereal nature and my body and my ethereal nature. Come flow with us. Join us as we take this journey. You and others can create this in your life, and you can help others create it too. Watch for my special events where I can help you learn to bring other people onto this journey, to let them understand what aliveness is and how to create it in their life. Ha! Yeah! Whoa! Ha! Here in the 6th chakra pool. Ha! It's so good to get cooled off. Because it's where we start thinking too much. You get into the 6th chakra and you get into comprehension, you think, and you get so whirled up in your thoughts. You gotta cool yourself down. Gotta bring some imagination into it. Get comprehension and imagination. Imagination is associated with the third eye, the ethereal center in the forehead of the 6th chakra. Comprehension is the cranium, the back of the cranium and around. And that third eye, that ethereal center, goes through the head up to the first vertebra underneath the skull. So that relationship between your ethereal nature and your physical nature in this area helps the ethereal experience imagination. In the oneness, is there an imagination? I don't know, it's just oneness. But in this human world, we get imagination to imagine anything. In the physicality, we need to come up and comprehend where we are, who we are. So this physical part of me gains comprehension of something greater than itself. Yeah, that's what the physical nature gains in this relationship. When they relate, you have imagination relating to comprehension, and that's the new thoughts, the intuition, the understandings that come that help you lead your life, help you face what you need to face, help you see a bigger picture, help you be who you are. When they aren't relating well, we may let imagination run wild. We'll worry, we'll wonder, is it going to be okay? Comprehension by itself becomes a box. Without imagination, it's the only way it can be. You're stuck thinking one way over and over again, not seeing any other possibilities, not seeing that anyone else could matter, because all you know is that. I know people, they ate the same thing their whole life. They told the same jokes. They didn't change, they didn't grow, they had no imagination of another way it could be. Not a way to live. For me, it's not alive, it's not something that's bringing new experiences to who I am. Some people worry and worry and worry, never comprehending what amazing moment they're in. Explore your 6th chakra. the 6th love spring. It feels really good on this day to be in this pool. So explore. Super. Well, in the 5th chakra pool, it's time for expression. The 5th chakra in the throat is expression, both verbal, which is the center, the ethereal part, and physical expression. When there's physical and verbal expression, it's full expression. You can't just talk and have your words be just heard. It's something special when your whole body can be involved too. And just physical expression may not get across what you want to say. You want the relationship between them so you can have this excitement and people can see it and hear it. So you know what to say and you know how to say it. It's also about expressing what your needs are. It's more the ethereal part too. So the ethereal needs to come in and know how to express its needs. The physical comes up and is getting past the heart. So it's past the heart where it first wants to hear what you need, what others need, to understand and hear and see and be able to give voice and expression to the needs and the perspectives of others. That's this outer part of the throat. So you need both online, you need both connected so that you can be able to express your needs, but also express what the other needs, or express your perspective and what their perspective is. So when you can express both yours and theirs and find a way to relate those, that's expression, that's being heard and hearing others. That leads you into your heart or leads you up into your understanding. So when your expression is whole, verbal and physical, when your expression is both hearing them and being heard, that's a full expression. Chronically, people have tight muscles in the sides of the neck, in the shoulders. Shoulders are up. There, that part of them is living in the story of defense. What we want to do is help you come out of those stories so you don't have to live in defense all the time. Come out of the story so you can express yourself when you need to and not have to. Then you get a choice. That's when there's glorious expression, when you're relating to someone else. It's beautiful. Come on the journey with us. We'll help you learn how to find those things, how to help them turn into wisdom so you're free in this moment. So there's flow in your expression. That's what we're here for. Join us. Here we are in the heart love spring, in the pool that is the halfway point. The ethereal's come in, the physical has come up and met's right here in this heart. It's the biggest part of our body. It's the chest, this experience of being full and whole in our chest and our love in our heart spring is magnificent. It's where the ethereal experiences this moment, this being alive in this physical body, in this strength of this heart beating, this sound, this aliveness of the physicality. And the physical gets this inspiration of being in love, of being connecting deeply with its counterpart here in this chest. So the heart love spring is the relationship between inspiration and experiencing life as it is. The heart puts out this big electromagnetic field that helps us experience what's going on around us. You can walk into a room and you can sense what's going on before you get in the room. You'll know, they're kissing, and you walk back out. Or you can feel they've had an argument. So, but if you don't, you may go in and they're starting to kiss, but you don't know. Hey, how's it going, everybody? That heart is not experiencing what's happening around it. We want to experience this world, be able to feel, what's going on around us. And then can we relate it to and be inspired by that as a human being here on earth? Where that inspiration expands who I am, but it expands in relationship to my life as it is in this moment, to what I'm experiencing around me, being in this water, being on this hot day. Now it's early summer now, but it's gotten warm. It feels so good after a winter here in the north. Yeah. So now we can experience and be inspired by what the world's providing me in this moment. To spread out, expand, feel that shush. You never see someone who's really inspired, like, oh, I'm really inspired. They're like this, they're like, yeah. So letting your heart love spring relate. When it's tight, intense here, I don't want to let anything in. We don't want to let anything in. But then you can't let the good stuff in. There's times, not to let anything in. But you don't want to live there. If you live there, you can't really let the good stuff in. Part of you is kind of living like, And if the chest is tight, I can't ever be inspired. Can't even love myself. The love comes down the star, and the fourth chakra actually comes down the inside of the arm, and that's what we hug with those insides of the arm. But if you can't even hug yourself sometimes, you got tension through this region where it's hard to even hold yourself. Hard to be inspired, hard to be, always having to handle life. It's also where our self-esteem is. If we can't be inspired in who we are in the moment, how can we have self-esteem? So we'll think we can't have more. Who am I to have more? You get to have your life. It's not about more or less. You get to be inspired by your experience of your life. It's not that's what someone else is. They have their life. It's not more or less. Or even more, it's like, no matter how good I do, it's never good enough. What? Be inspired in the moment in who you are. You're a spark of creation on this earth. Pretty freaking cool. So, can we find who we are in this moment? Can we experience it? Can we relate it to inspiration? It's a gorgeous day. We're in the water. We're in the heart love spring. Bring that joy to the love around you. Bring the love to the joy around you. Then they'll find each other. They'll attract each other. Be inspired, find it. That's how your love shines. Well, the sun has really come out as I enter the third chakra pool. The solar plexus love spring. The sun, when it shines, is abundant. It's warm and abundant right now. What else do I want? To be in the water, in the sun, the sparkling sunshine. The sun sparkles inside you when your ethereal and physical parts relate. The ethereal part of the third chakra is empowering yourself. The outer part is empowering others. It's not power, it's empowerment. And empowering one or the other is great. But when they're both empowered, that's true empowerment. When you're empowered and flowing and alive, and you're empowering and others are empowered around you, that's the power that you have to bring, the sunlight that you can bring to the world. You can be in your heart, but without the empowerment center, you'll be giving away your essence. You'll be giving away just your energy. And you'll get drained. You'll be empowering others at the expense of yourself. You could just be in the power center below and not really truly flowing there, and you may empower yourself at the expense of others. You need to come fully into the empowerment center so both are empowered and you flow up into your heart. So, create sunshine, create abundance. Don't be a lantern. You have to keep refilling the lantern. It's nice, but boy, if you could bring the sun, everybody would be happy. Enjoy your power. That's empowerment. That's your true power. It's your superpower. Use it on this earth. Flow and create the light and the power of abundance. Here in the second chakra pool, we're really getting down to earth, into this sense of Who am I? What's my path on this earth? The second chakra creates life on earth. So sexuality, babies. The relationship here is, yes, what creates our life on earth, which is, who am I becoming? Who am I? Who am I on this earth? And what's my path? What am I here to do? So our life on earth is that relationship between who are we and what we're here to do. The physicality kind of raises up to what am I here to do? The ethereal nature is embodied to find a self out of the oneness to become who I am here on this earth. That relationship creates our second chakra, creates how we live on this earth. Do we continually define ourselves as something we're not? Something less than who we really are? Do we continually let ourselves live with that definition that I have no value, that I'm not here to do much? Who am I to have any power here? Who am I to stand up for who I am amongst my betters? You get to be you on this earth. No one else is supposed to be you. You get to be you. This is your identity. So the question to ask maybe each day, create it. Who am I becoming on this earth? How is it I'm becoming more amazing than ever? That's a great question each day. Our brain, we love to answer questions. Give the brain something to answer. That's great. How is it I'm becoming more amazing every day? Then also, what's my path? We need to know our path that I can do each moment sometimes. Just being an alive human being on this earth. That's a pretty good path. Don't make it too difficult. Don't make it too complex. I have to be a rocket scientist. That's what I wanted to be when I was a kid. Now I don't. I love who I am now, my path that I've created. So don't make it complex. The path of helping others be who they are. It's a nice path. Being one who gives a smile when other people can't. There's a good path. Or even when they can. Find a path you can live. And live it. Then become who you're becoming on that path. The male way tends to be to find our path and we know who we are. But I know for those who embody, mostly the women who come down and say, who am I becoming? And when they sense that, they know what to do. We'll do both. Both men and women have both those dilemmas or those wonderful things to explore. Who are we becoming? What's our path? On liberation, the path leads you to know who you are. On embodiment, the becoming, this ethereal experience of becoming a human being on this earth, whoa, that leads you to know what to do here in this world. Find your path, find yourself, create your life on this earth. That's the second chakra. Here at the bottom of it all, we find the root chakra, where the flow of that light from above goes through the next doorway, the doorway to the physical divinity. It's a doorway that takes you deep into the physicality, deep between the rocks, between the crevices, to go down in amongst the atoms, the molecules, the grains of sand. It helps you experience the song of life as you go deep into that earth. It's a scary experience for the light because the light actually can't make it deep into the earth. It gets to become pure sound. Experience the pure sound. It has to allow itself to go into this lightless realm of a pure song. The vibration of every atom, of every molecule, of every rock, of the earth, of the stars, that can be found deep in the deep physicality. That's an experience of who you are as a physical being. It's a doorway to allow the ethereal to experience that, to peek into that depth. Knowing it has a whole river of light that's got it there. It's also the doorway to let this physical nature, this physical divine, start coming up out of this depth, out of this pure vibration into the light, to start experiencing this life as a human being, to allow ourselves to take that step forward as an individual to become who I'm becoming, to come into creating life on earth. That's the doorway that brings that divine physical into who you are. Remember, the divine physical and the divine ethereal are equals in this relationship as a human being. They are separate, but they're equals. Don't make them different in a way that makes one better than the other. Let you know you are equally as amazing as a physical divine being, as an ethereal divine being. That relationship is who you are. The relationship of non-equals isn't a very good relationship. So we need that relationship to be of equal quality. They're different, very different. And that's great. They're so different that it's so cool, that it's exciting, and it's curious and a masterful thing to bring them together and relate them. It's also where we get our needs met, physical and emotional needs. Those of that root chakra at the perineum, the coccyx, the pubic bone, sits bones, that's the root chakra. There's a relationship between getting our physical needs met and our emotional needs met. When those are met, we're independent. And the thing is, you can get your own needs met. Probably right now, your needs are met. You got air, you got breath, you got friends, you got family, or somebody. You got emotional needs met, physical needs met in this moment. So helping you remember your needs are met by you in this moment. You can get other needs met for fun with other people, but you're independent because you have your own needs met right now. Yes! That's so cool. So allow yourself to be independent, but also remember interdependence. That interdependence and independence, that's a human being. Pure independence, that'll gain a lot of traction to get us going in liberation. As we rise up, we're going to come into that interdependence. The interdependence will come down and find its way in to independence. So this experience of the oneness, this light, this divine ethereal coming down and hanging out with the frog in the root chakra, it's independent. It gets to come down and hang out with the frog. How much more independent than that? It doesn't get to do that in the oneness. So we have our experience here as a human being, as a being that's connected to this earth. This grand experience of earthness. The divine earth. This is a divine earth. I mean, someone created this frog, man. That's amazing. I don't know. It seems to be comfortable with us chatting here. And it's still doing the earthy thing, looking for a mate. That's the root chakra. I bet it finds a mate here in this root. Care for your root chakra. When it's twisted and tight here, you have a hard time feeling safe on earth. It's when you come through the root from above, an embodiment, where fear goes away. Fear's done. It's an adventure now. There's just no fear left. Those I've helped embody to the point where they feel they've fully embodied into this, through this root. One of their expressions, well, oh my God, there's no fear. There's no fear. Oh my God, the first time in my life, there's no fear. When we're searching to get our needs met from others, we have no independence. We either start trying to control, or we give up our control, trying to get needs met and distort our life on earth. Let your life start on liberation with your needs met. So you meet the world without trying to get your needs met all the time. They're already met. You're met yourself. And you can rise up and interrelate and find your path. You can also come up into your third chakra and go into that sense of, I get to empower others and myself. It's so different than trying to get your needs met. at that point, you're way beyond that. For the embodiment direction, it's a culmination of you experiencing, becoming this human being that connects deep down into the earth, where your needs are right now met right in this moment. Become a frog, hang out, chirp, feel the waters flowing down into the earth to experience this depth that the divine physical can give you.
Well, we learned a lot about chakras. I'm going to dry off a bit. We'll take a break and we'll come back and we'll clear some stories in the sixth chakra. This is Dr. David. You're listening to Aliveness Now on the Transformation Network. Welcome back. We're going to go out to the pools one more time and clear some stories around the sixth chakra. What could create tension in that area?
Here we are in the sixth chakra pool. The six chakras, the third eye, the forehead, and the cranium, the back of the cranium around. The third eye goes through to the first chakra, first vertebra. So just below the back of the skull. That's kind of the angle of the sixth chakra center. And then the outer ring is the cranium occiput region and around the brows here. So let's work with some of the stories that come up there, because it's a common place for people to get tension. You got the cranium. It can be very tight. We might not even know it's tight because it's always been tight. The skull's not supposed to be like this rock or a bowling ball. We don't want a bowling ball for a head. It's supposed to have some give to it, like a ripe melon, right? If your melon's not ripe, you got stories up. Often though, we'll get tension. We'll get tension in the upper neck, way up at the base of the skull. One of the sources of that is a lack of relationship between the ethereal center and the outer physical ring of the sixth chakra. So between imagination, the center here, and comprehension. And the story that we can have empathy for is the feeling or the knowing or the sense that isn't real, that something's never going to end. It's never going to change. So whenever I'm tied up there, I look in my life, where do I believe something's never going to change? And it feels like that's never going to change. Or maybe something more intense, like, oh God, it feels like that's never going to shift. But never is a long time. And things do change, things do shift. It may be a while, I don't know how long, but it's never the word that we have to work with there. If we feel like it's never going to change, it stays tight. There's no imagination. It's all a box. So if there's no imagination, you have comprehension all by itself. It's a box. It's a story we're keeping real that's not real. So if it's just tight in my cranium and not relating as much to that first vertebra, the cranium by itself will often be that, where it feels like you're keeping a story real that's not real. I'm keeping some type of story real. If I'm tight back here, there's no imagination. It's all comprehension. So then I'll put my arm around that part and just honor that part of me believes in stories that aren't real. I don't have to even figure them out. They could be my stories, other people's stories, God's stories. Does God even have stories? I don't think so. So you don't need to keep other people's stories real, even if they may not even have those stories. I don't need to keep my own stories real because they're stories. I want to learn from them, but I don't need to keep them real. So that starts softening the cranium. So don't want to keep it real. And then, like I said, if it's tight between the first and second, put your arm around the part of you that believes it's never going to change. It's always going to be this way. That's a long time, always. So those are the words we watch out for in the storyland, because it can't be ever true. Because never, it's a long time, or always, you know. But having empathy for the feeling, because it is a human being feeling. That something's never going to change. So empathy there. And then all by itself, if it's just here and here, that imagination without comprehension, that's the worries. We get worried about it, and it's not even happening right now. There could be something going on in a way in the future, and we get worried about it now, and so we can't enjoy the moment. Maybe you need to think about the future once in a while to consider how to approach it. But then you come back out of it, come back here, right now. So when I'm worrying, I'm not connecting to my comprehension, because my comprehension would know I'm right here. It's okay. So what I'll do is I'll come out here, wherever I need to, and remind myself. I'll get present, come back to comprehending what's real right now. Is it happening right now? No. But I will have to prepare in some way, perhaps, or not. And then I might get worried and nope, come back to here. It's not happening right now. But it's a story that if I don't worry, something bad's going to happen. I got to worry, or I'll never be prepared. And again, there's nevers. Or something bad will, is that real? No. So I find the story associated with my worries, and I come back to what's real. Is it true? What are your worries hooked into? Where do they come from? A lot of times we get worrying just the way my mom or someone else did. Do I need to? No. Can I gain the wisdom they couldn't, so that I'll know when and when not to worry? There might be times, I guess. But it's not right now. If you're watching me right now, it's not time to worry about anything. You're right here. And then from the first vertebra and tension down into the second vertebra, which is also then tension across here, meaning I'm saying across the brows into the upper face. So we're starting to work with our imagination and our facing things, revealing ourselves. When it's tense, not all the way up by the base of the skull, but a little teeny bit lower in the body, in the spine. It'll often be a story around, and you can find the exact words, but it's not okay to show myself. I have to worry if I show who I am. I have to worry if I reveal who I am. And it's very common, teenagers, it's like, you feel that, it's like, they're worrying, is it okay to show myself? Adults too, of course. But it's somewhere, at some point from childhood to adulthood, we start thinking, I got to look a certain way. So many kids, they don't care. But as they get older, somehow something shifts, and maybe it's because they start picking up on our stuff. But it's a cultural distortion. In most situations, people love to see you. You don't have to worry about showing yourself. You can reveal yourself. You're an amazing human being on this earth. It's okay to be seen. In most situations where you're safe, it's okay to be seen. There's times to hide yourself, but that's not right now. The flexibility to be in what you need to. It's okay to have the skill to hide who you are. But probably most of the time in your life, 99, maybe almost the whole life, it's not real. It's the past. That's ancient history. So coming back to realize right now it's okay to show who I am. To get your confidence on. Show yourself. You're a human being, a spark of creation. And sometimes it's the worry about facing something. I don't want to face it. I want to ignore it. Yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah, I've been there. But is it real? There's times to face things. It's how you can connect with people or see the bigger picture. So facing things is important to do. It's not always easy to face what's real or what you need to discuss, what emotions are being felt. the difficulty someone's having, helps you understand the empathy you can bring, helps you understand how to make the next step in your own life. You can't embody or fully liberate if you can't face what you need to face. Whether it helps you connect with somebody, whether it helps you see the big picture where we're headed, there's times to face what you need to face. Go for it. Exploring the sixth chakra right here in the Love Springs sixth chakra pool. I'll put up on my YouTube channel a video of this area, just so you can see how the pools interrelate. It's very relaxing to listen and watch the waterfall and flow. Until then, see you next time. So, oh yeah, while I got you here, in my app, in the Love Springs app, there are explorations of each Love Spring. There's more writings about the Love Springs. There's ways of looking and doing exercises with them. With another, you can connect your chakras up with your cat if you want. But there's some explanations there. So join the Love Springs app. Enter into the courses that are going on. You can learn a lot more about the Love Springs, how you can help them relate, and how they relate to each other. We'll be going deeper and deeper into this, because as hopefully you felt today, you can bring some peace and ease into your life, into your body, and help yourself flow. I'm Dr. David. This is Aliveness Now. See you next time.
Create aliveness within yourself and in your relationships. Join me every second and fourth Monday at noon Pacific on Transformation Talk TV. Download Love Springs app. It's a companion journey to deepen your experience. Visit createaliveness.com to find out about my Catalyst Games, Aliveness events, and retreats. I am Dr. David, and you have been listening to Aliveness Now.